Hello, how are you? Right, I better turn this music off. How you doing? Right, my tea. Oh, it's amazing how obedient I'm being with the music tracks at the moment. Yeah, I got picked on a little bit by YouTube the other day for music that was playing in the background. It was literally like that on the intro to a video, so I hadn't even edited it in or anything like that. But yeah, I'm getting copyright strikes. The subject matter is quite telling about what they do and they don't want discussing on YouTube. So yeah, there we go. I hope you guys are all well. Thank you for coming back, or welcome if indeed it's the first time you're joining me. You may already know, or you may learn very soon, that I'm quite a tangent jumper and I'm quite a contemplationist. So the subject matter may be varied, all over the place. But I'm having a phenomenal trip, you know, throughout these many lifetimes that I seem to be kind of, yeah, bouncing through, meandering through. There is no word. Quantum jumping through, maybe. So, you may well have seen many other different versions of me, you know, even within this channel, depending on what day you come back. And this is a really nice little synchronicity for me. On these teas, they've got little bits of yogic wisdom. And this one says, be proud of who you are. And I got this same one just after uploading my first couple of videos, and I got a bit of a response. And yeah, I got that, and then I was actually really real in that video, or so I thought. I got some good feedback anyway. Yeah, so it said the same thing. So nice little synchronicity. So like I was saying, you may have seen, well, you have seen many different versions of me, many parallel versions of me. And I'm beginning to realise that I'm cohabitating with many parallel versions of myself. If I was to tell you the experience that I had this morning before fully kind of absorbing it, I'd come across like a total lunatic. But I don't really care. It was really like kind of walking in on myself, or walking in on other versions of myself. I've begun to use the phrase déjà vu, which is like déjà vu, but it actually means rather than seeing something again, you're actually reliving that thing again, or experiencing that moment again. Yeah, I get that over and over and over. And something that I wanted to discuss today was something called the metaphorical universe, because I often find stories repeat themselves in a very metaphorical, very allegorical way. Indeed, lessons, you know, when things happen in my life and I don't get the lesson, it will keep repeating. Obviously not exactly the same, but the same lesson will come up in a new guise, in a new outfit. And it will just keep happening until I learn the lesson. And something I've often said is, when I'm working with people, when I'm working with clients, doing my other work, trying to help them kind of figure their way through their reality, whenever they come to see me, generally they're always running late. And they come in like a tornado. And then they just start unreeling all these different reasons why they weren't there on time, and how they're crap, and how it was this, that and the other, and then that'll go off into tangents. And I've started to notice that if they've got a problem with a certain device, machine, person, well, no, let's just stick with devices and machines, because this is what's really kind of, it's really poignant for me at the moment. Yeah, if somebody's radiator's gone on their van, that was a particular one that happened to me. And all this craziness blew up in this guy's life. And it all come down to his respiratory system, you know, or so I believe. And yeah, other things are kind of like, if you've got problems with your knees, it's to do with moving forward. But what I want to actually talk about is computers, and kind of, because we're very alike to computers, and I've been talking about how my hard drive knackered out, got fried, and I had to get in touch with Apple, and I'm doing this whole big dramatic kind of endeavour with Apple, trying to get this vintage machine kind of back up and running again. But I worked with what I had. I got an external flash drive. I had to go and get another flash drive. I'm using my old hard drive. So yeah, it's essentially it's really kind of loosely put together. And I never realised the allegory in that about memory and RAM and operating systems. And it really helped me to understand my mind and my random access memory and my hard drive and my operating system, and indeed where they're stored and how they're stored, and viruses and foreign programs. So by looking at these things that were going on the outside, it really helped me to understand myself in a whole new way, which has been incredibly beneficial. And I've really done an about turn as to what I believe the issue was with my computer, and indeed myself. Just as I did, just as I kind of give up on being angry and give up on kind of rectifying the problem, I'm about to throw the computer out, or the solution comes. I find the disc that I had that I kind of needed, that will take care of the problem that I couldn't do the other day, and I don't need to get a new hard drive and all this, that and the other. But I've learned so much about data storage and kind of operating systems, and the fact that it doesn't need to be on there, it's not necessarily fried. And yeah, just the allegories and the metaphors for kind of my own operating system and my own hard drive, and my own random access memory. As I said, I've been going through upgrades. I've been kind of frying my hard drive and getting rid of that hard drive and replacing the hard drive. And I've come to learn that none of it's physical in the sense of the human computer. And as I started off by saying about how you've no doubt seen many different versions of me, I'm beginning to understand that I'm not even the body, you know. I move through these different bodies, these different kind of versions of the human, or versions of this human, this archetype, the Adam archetype, or because my realities are different as well. That's something else I've got to get really comfortable with saying. I move through many, many realities, you know. I've met countless different versions of the same people. I've been to countless different versions of the same restaurants, bars, churches, houses. I've seen different versions of the same movies. I've heard different versions of the same songs. And I've become really comfortable with it, because it's like the universe is sharing a secret with me. And that's what I wanted to kind of really convey today to anybody who believes they're suffering with the Mandela effect, or Mandela affected. Because the universe is just winking at you. It's letting you know that everything isn't so fixed and everything isn't so definite, you know. But as soon as you start to freak out, as soon as you start to go, they've changed something, it's CERN, it's the government, it's the Archons, it's the aliens. No, it's you. You know, you're shifting through reality. You've got total control of that. You are the center of your own universe. You know, and it really does come down to will. It really does come down, and as I say, I've become so aware that I'm buying into certain realities that aren't mine. They aren't my dreams, and I think we all do it every day. We all put our happiness or contentment or direction or worth outside of ourselves. You know, I can go to sleep and I can go to Wonderland. I can have all these adventures. I can wake up, meditate. I could be as peaceful a man as they come. But I soon forget as soon as somebody crosses my path and just jars me, triggers me, says something, and I react. And as soon as I do that, I'm kind of back in the room, you know. But I'm learning to notice that as well. The wolves always show up, you know, as I'm about to start making shit happen.